Hey folks, Deano here again. This time take a look at a new bootleg, or at least one that's only recently out, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, in honour of the new film Deadpool and Wolverine, I thought I'd get this guy to review him, because I've honestly not seen anyone at the time of recording this video reviewing this guy. So yeah, this is everyone's favourite merc with a mouth, Deadpool, as seen in Deadpool 2, specifically. Yeah, this bootlegs basically flew under the radar for a lot of people. And basically the only video I seen of him was not genuine. They were showing the official figure and trying to say that was the bootleg. Naughty, naughty. But yeah, this guy was only 12 quid, which is a really good value, especially for how much you get with them. Even if you're like not planning on using this bootleg as your main figure, which, spoilers, he is pretty decent. He does come with a lot of accessories, which you could use on the new Marvel Legends that's coming out, which I'm still on the fence whether I'm buying him or not. This figure is obviously based off him in Deadpool 2, where he didn't have as bright reds. This is more of a maroon colour. So I am looking for an actual red outfit for my display. But yeah, enough of my waffling, as per usual. Let's get him off the turntable and take a look at the box. So in terms of the box, I would assume it's basically just a carbon copy of the original, just a bit blurrier and not as high quality. To be honest, I'm even surprised I got it. As you know, like most of the bootlegs and stuff I buy off AliExpress don't come with boxes, even if I pay extra for them. So to get this is quite surprising, but in a good way, because it means I get to review it. So you've got a picture of him on the front, Deadpool 2, you've got some Japanese writing there, designed by Tamashii Nations in Japan, Bandai Spirits made in China, definitely made in China, but yeah, this particular one is not made by Tamashii. Deadpool 2 on the side, and some images on the back showing off the truckload of accessories he comes with. Like, honestly, I'm astounded at how much. And the bootleggers didn't skimp out on it either. He comes with everything. Like, they did not skimp out on anything. Even the tool for removing the eyes is still there, even though it's not got much use this time, which I'll show you when we get to the figure. But yeah, standard box. And I love how we've still got simple style and heroic action on the bottom there. In Comic Sans. Is that Comic Sans? Something like that. But yeah, let's get the box out of the way and take a look at his mammoth amount of accessories. So to start with, he comes with 4 sets of interchangeable eyes. He doesn't come with any extra heads, obviously because you don't really see anything under the mask. I don't think it's CG in the film, but I think it does have a front plate, so you can't really see it moving much. I could be wrong there, could be completely wrong. Someone can correct me in the comments if they so choose. But yeah, you've got the normal stern eyes. You can see there's a bit of extra sprue on them, which you can cut off easily enough. And the tool that it comes with is the same as the official one. Unfortunately, I might as well show it now. If we pop that off, you will see... Can you see? Please show it. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the inside of the head is completely solid, so you cannot push the eyes out from the inside. You can still like pry them off from outside using the sort of sharp side of the tool, which I will attempt and probably fail on camera to do. There we go. Oh, that doesn't look too good. Yeah, so they still just pop off just fine. And you can swap out the eyes like so. So you go back there, and we will finally show off these eyes. So we've got a pair of sort of angry eyes. See if I can show these off well enough. Not really. So yeah, you've got a pair like that. Focus then. Not that small. A pair of angry eyes. Pair of happy eyes, like so, sort of squinted. And pair of, I want to say, shocked expression eyes, because they seem a bit wider than the standard eyes that we've got on them. So just like so. I'm glad the eyes are out the way, because those are a pain in the backside to show. He comes with the inhibitor collar, which no one will probably be using because it's such a specific scene. Comes with a pair of katanas in the sheath. They are just plugs. They do not have the actual katanas in them. The plastic on the top looks as if it's straining just a little to keep that on. There is a slot on his back which pops in. It does tend to pop back out, so with the bootleg at least, I would recommend a dab of super glue to hold that in place. He comes with an extra dagger and sheath. Unfortunately, not moulded correctly. It gets that far and then it stops. So you can't really use that unless he's holding it, which is fair enough. He does come with a standard sheathed knife down there anyway. On the official, you could just swap that out entirely, but fortunately with the bootleg, you're forced to use one or the other. It comes with a pair of gun holsters, which unfortunately on mine, I got two right hand side ones. If you see right here, if you pop that on, and you pop this one on, you'll see they are both facing different directions, which is a bit of a shame, but at least he's got holsters. The official Deadpool 1 version, like, I don't know what it is. For some reason, like, when the first Deadpool released, all of the figures that he came with didn't come with any guns. Like, Tamashi even showed the original Deadpool coming with guns and then didn't include them in the package. Marvel Legends didn't give him any either. Like, they were glued in the holsters, apparently. But yeah, strange times. It comes with a pair of katanas, which are basically painted, but they're decent enough. He comes with a pair of deagles, just standard deagles. Actually really nicely painted and such for being a bootleg. Nice metallic paint. Although chances of it being toxic are quite high. Tamashi really like fixed the issue with the first one, because they also came with a pair of deagles with smoke coming out the barrel, so he's just fired them. I would have preferred one of these to have the smoke billowing up the way instead of to the side, so you could have him like holding it that direction, because it doesn't really look right with the smoke going sideways. And a pair of Seed guns once again, this time with explosive effects, as if he's firing the guns, which really nice once again. Like, I love how many accessories this guy comes with. I don't get why these effect pieces couldn't just be plugins for the normal guns, but I mean, I'll take an extra set. Like, I can use it on the Hasbro Marvel Legends one if I ever get it. In terms of hands, he also comes with a load of them. Pair of fists that are on him. He comes with a pair of C-shaped hands. These were actually on him in the package, which at first I thought was for holding a gun, but he doesn't have a rifle or anything like that. What I realised these were for is for making the heart, a little heart shape. Cute. Only Deadpool can get away with that. A pair of what look like fist hands, but they're actually for holding the knife. Pair of what I would call key blast hands. Dragon Ball characters usually come with these. But yeah, still decent. Some sort of pose hands for them, those two anyway. Pair of pistol holding hands. One for each hand. Another pair of posy hands. This time full on key blast hands. Yeah, he really comes with a lot. Like, honestly, we're not done yet. Oh no. 12 minutes in and we're still on accessories. Pair of pointing hands. A pair of thumbs up hands. Or thumbs down hands, whichever you want to use them as. And finally, a pair of just relaxed hands. Which, yeah, decent enough all round. So yeah, let's pop the deagles into the holster just to show you what my issue is. So it doesn't go in the standard way on this side. It goes in backwards, which is a bit annoying. Unless I'm totally wrong and they're supposed to go in this way. But yeah, I would say that's wrong. I don't want to pop them in too much because they might get stuck. Bootleg, I don't trust the plastic. So yeah, you could always have him holding one of the guns and you wouldn't notice that the holster was wrong. You might not even get a wrong holster. Like, I've probably just been unlucky. So yeah, finally getting on to the actual figure itself. I like it. It's really nice. Like, I don't like the colour scheme of this Deadpool. It's too muted. But then that was how he looked at the end of Deadpool 2. Like, other than that, this figure is supposed to be the exact same as Deadpool 1. Like, it's just the shading's different. I mean, let's be honest, Tamashii used Deadpool 2 as a reason to basically reissue this guy with the guns and call it a day. But yeah, all in all, paint apps are pretty decent, especially for a bootleg. Like, I'm not seeing much out of place, like, especially for a 12 quid figure. You'd there's probably still more paint apps on this than there is on Marvel Legends. Let's be completely honest here. But yeah, nothing out of place, nothing bad. I quite like it. In terms of articulation, this is where it gets a little bit iffy. So he can, thanks to that double barbell joint in his neck, he can look up really far, look down decently enough. The neck is quite mobile, as is the top of the head, so he gets a lot of range there. The shoulders, these PCs, the shoulder pads, are meant to be soft plastic. On the bootleg, they are not, so you're kind of limited by how much you can go up. Still a decent amount, to be fair, but still a little bit limited. He does have butterfly joint, which does move. I don't know if that's the right amount because it feels a bit weird, but it's there. Unhindered swivel, bicep swivel as well. A single joint at the elbow. This is supposed to be your standard like Figuarts double joint, but I'm seeing this in a lot of bootlegs, even the Figuarts ones. They're swapping out those Figuarts style joints for more Figma styled ones. I would assume these ones hold up for a lot longer. But yeah, as a consequence, his elbow pad is attached to his arm instead of to the joint. And he can get just past 90, which is still decent for a not so athletic character as Deadpool. But yeah, ball hinge at the wrist. The ab section has a lot of good range, so you can go forward that much. That is including the waist joint though, and he can't really go back much, if at all. Waist doesn't really swivel a whole lot. I think there's a plate at the back there to sort of hide the crunch articulation, which means he's limited in going sideways, but then you can use the chest articulation for that. So yeah, legs can go up that far completely unimpeded. Unlike some of the Figuarts bootlegs, these are just proper Tamashii 2.0s. They're a little bit loosey-goosey, but they get the point across. You can't go back that far. There's the holster came off. The katanas. With the guns in their holsters, you can go that far with the splits. What if I take them off? Yeah, you can get more range if you take the gun holsters off, but I don't think anyone will be doing that. Personally, I'll be gluing them on just so they never pull off. Thigh swivel, very tight thigh swivel. Again, meant to be a double joint at the knee, I think, but just a single Figma style joint, which means the knee pad is again stuck to the top. Feet are a bit annoying. I had to pull them a bit out of the joint just to get him to stand. But he does have a ball hinge at the ankle. You can get a little bit of ankle rocker and some toe articulation. And yeah, you can go back and forward as long as you move out of the way. So yeah, all in all, guys, I actually really recommend this figure. Like, he is, at time of this recording, like over 10 quid cheaper than the Marvel Legends release, and for that price you're getting a hell of a lot more accessories. Obviously, him being a bootleg, he's going to be a bit more brittle, so be careful with him. But yeah, he'll make a really nice display. Plus, if you're not as unlucky as me and you have the original Deadpool Figuarts, the one with the brighter colours, you can actually buy this simply for the guns. Like, you're paying a tenner for extra accessories at that point. So yeah, all in all, guys, I definitely recommend this figure. As long as you're careful with him, he's going to be great on your display. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see y'all later.